What's good, you guys? In today's video, I'm gonna be showing you 5 amazing BMWs you guys can get for less than 10K here in 2024. About a year ago, I did a video like this, and since cars depreciate at a rapid pace, you guys can probably find those cars for even cheaper. So if you guys want to take a look at that video, I'll leave a card on the screen here. With that being said, I have 5 used BMWs that are newer for you guys today. So with all that being said, let's get into the video. So the first car on the list is honestly a surprise to me. I'm really familiar with this car. I base my channel around this car. It is a 6 Series, but it is a F13 650i. These cars sound great. There's a lot of performance that you're getting for the money. The car is a twin turbo V8 that comes with 400 horsepower and 400 torque from the factory, and with just a simple downpipe and a tune, these things could be making upwards 600 horsepower. This was over $100,000 car new from BMW, so you're getting a lot of luxury features that were available back in the day. And one thing I will say about this car, considering the fact that I've owned it, the interior compared to the 3, 4, and 5 series is just really driver oriented and focused towards the driver. So that's one great thing I will say about the 6 Series. And now let's go over some of the drawbacks about this car. The 650 in particular, they are known for being maintenance nightmares. I've never owned one, but I'm just going based off of what I've seen everybody in the forums, on YouTube. A lot of owners tend to have issues with them. Some people say they don't, so I guess it's up to you whether you want to take that gamble. I will say this car also uses a lot more gas than my model, which is a 640, which would be the N55. So beware that this car is considered a gas guzzler, probably about 15 to 16 miles per gallon on the highway and maybe a little bit less in the city. And then the last thing with the 6 Series is there isn't as much aftermarket support as the other BMWs. But if you're looking into one of these cars, don't worry, I'm here for you guys. I literally specialize in selling parts for the 6 Series. So my website will be in this description for you guys. If you own a 6 Series or you're interested in buying this car, once you get it, you want to modify it, come back to my channel and I'll take care of you guys. But yeah, let's move into our next car. So we're here on my PC now. It kind of feels weird being here because I haven't streamed in a while, but I wanted to show you guys an actual listing of a car. So here we have a 2012 650i. It's priced right under 10K and it has right under 100,000 miles, or pretty much 100,000 miles. As you guys can see, it's a nice Emola red color. What's it called? Just looking at the front bumper here, it does look like it's an M Sport car. Has a little bit of aftermarket work done to it, as you guys could see. The bumpers and stuff, I mean not the bumper, sorry, the grille. It looks like aftermarket grille. The light color interior on this car honestly really does look nice with the red exterior. But the biggest thing with this car is you're buying it at your own risk, because it's really hit or miss. It just depends on how the previous owner took care of this car. So yeah, if you're gonna buy one of these, buy it at your own risk, and be sure to have some money set aside in case anything were to go wrong with the car. Alright, you guys, so the next car on our list is the complete opposite of our first car. It is a SUV. We have the F15 BMW X5. Starting off, this car is a great family car or a great daily driver if you need space for your things. What I will say, compared to the other SUVs in its segment, besides the Porsche Cayenne, it is probably the best handling SUV out there. Definitely handles better than any Mercedes SUV I've driven or Audi SUV. Another good thing about this car is it has a lot of tuning potential, whether you get the gasoline powered one, the diesel powered one, whether it's a inline 6-cylinder or a V8. There's a lot of tuning potential, as well as interior mods, exterior mods, whatever you need, you name it, you can find for this car. A couple of the cons of this car is these cars have cooling issues. It doesn't matter if you get the 6-cylinder or the 8-cylinder. The water pump, thermostat, and coolant lines are gonna need to be done once the car hits around 80 to 120,000 miles. Somewhere in between there, you're gonna wanna replace all of your coolant lines, do your water pump and your thermostat, just to be sure the car will run to 200,000 miles. Another bad thing about the X5s is they depreciate a lot. I don't know if this stems from the older X5s being, I guess, more unreliable than other brands. A lot of people do not like buying older, high mileage X5s, which is good for people that like them, because if you like the way that car looks and you're a fan of BMWs, you can get a lot of car for your money with an older X5. And then the last con about this car is, compared to like other SUVs on the road, like some of the Japanese stuff, parts aren't as available for X5s. You might have to probably order all of your stuff online. So here we have a 2015 X5 35i for under 10K, or pretty much right at 10K, $9,950. It has 166,000 miles, so it is getting up there. But with the 6-cylinder engine, you could tell because it says 35i. They're a little bit more on the reliable side than the 50i's, and I've seen a lot of N55s go well over 200,000 miles. But let's take a look at it. It's a black exterior. I don't think it's a M Sport or Sport model. But it is a nice looking car. It does, like, if you were to see this drive by, you wouldn't think this is a $10,000 car. You'd probably think this is more like a 15, 20, 25, maybe even $30,000 car. The X5 definitely has aged nicely. It's a really nice looking SUV. If you guys don't know, I have the generation before this one. I have an E70 myself, and it is my personal daily driver of choice. So, but yeah, it's a really nice looking car. As you guys can see, the interior is held up well over time. It still looks pretty modern, and these cars do have a lot of technology built into them. So yeah, it's a lot of car for the money, and you can easily find N55 or V8 with the N63 engine. The only one you can't find under 10K would be a diesel. Those are a little bit more sought after, just because they have a lot more, I guess, towing potential for people that want to use their SUVs to like bring their stuff with them. But yeah, another great option, F15 X5. Alright, so the third car on the list is the F32 BMW 4 Series. And the one that I was specifically looking for is ones with the N55 engine. With these cars, you can get them with the B58, the N55, the B48, and the N20. I personally chose the N55 for you guys because it is under 10K and it has a lot of tuning potential. Unfortunately, the B58 versions of these cars are more than our budget in this video of 10K. But with the N55, you're still getting a lot of car for the money and some great sounds. So some of the cons on the 435 is pretty much the same thing that's been on the list for a lot of these other cars. The cooling system, water pump, thermostat, those things tend to go bad. Sometimes you see the turbochargers fail depending on how hard you push the car, or if it's tuned, that plays a big role as well. But for the most part, these cars are bulletproof, and if you maintain them well, you can easily see over 200 miles on your N55 powered 4 Series. Doesn't this car look like a baby M4, you guys? That's pretty much the vibes I get every time I see a 4 Series. Here we have one for $8,000. It is really high mileage at 187,000, but it's a non-M Sport, as you guys could tell by the ugly front bumper. From the rear, it honestly doesn't look that bad, but I think that front bumper is kind of hideous, in my opinion. But yeah, for 8K, can you really beat it, getting a 435? A year ago, for 8K, you could probably only find like an E92 335, so it's crazy to me to see that you can find one of these in the same price. And I also managed to find an M Sport with over 200,000 miles on it
for $7,500. So when you guys see the interior of this one, you're gonna see how much better the M Sport looks. Let me just skip to it. Look, as you guys can see, it looks so much better with the M Sport interior. But the fact that you guys are able to find these cars under 10K, it's a crazy, crazy bargain. And if you look for the 4-cylinder models, you could find them even cheaper.
Alright you guys, so the fourth car on our list is going to take it back to an E-Series BMW, and we have the E87 1 Series. In specific, the 135i, because it's you're getting more performance for your money than a 128. But yeah, this is the lightest E-chassis BMW, or one of the lightest E-chassis BMWs. It's either the 135 or the Z4, one of those two. So the 135, you're getting a lot of performance for your money. It looks good, it sounds good, and it's rare. That's one of the biggest pros about this car, is the car is rare. You don't see them too often on the road. Some of the cons with the 135 is it is a really small car. So if you want to transport, I guess, more than yourself and a passenger, you should probably look for something a little bit bigger that's on this list. But if you want something that's small and feels like a go-kart, then yeah, definitely go for a 1 Series.
So the 1 Series that I have here for you guys is N54 powered 1 Series. If you guys want an N55, which is more reliable but makes less power off the stock turbos, you guys are gonna want to look for a 2011 and up car. But yeah, this one is N54 powered. As you guys can see, it's super clean, it's white. It does look like it's a M Sport car, and you can never go wrong with these cars because they drive so amazing because of how light they are. It feels like you're in complete control, and it's honestly like a little like a Miata or 350Z, a car like that, really light, really tossable. One thing you're gonna want to make sure you do with this car is maintenance for sure, especially if you get an N54 one. These cars can be a little bit pricey to keep on the road, but it's very rewarding. The driving experience, it's drives like a way more expensive car than a car that's under $10,000, and it'll be cars that are priced double, even triple. So yeah, it's a performance bargain, but you will have to maintain it and spend that money.
And our fifth and final car on the list is also our only 4-cylinder powered car on the list. It is a specifically 2016 and up 2 Series, the 228i. So these cars come with the B48 engine, and if you guys aren't familiar with BMW engines, the B58 engine, which is a 6-cylinder bigger brother to this engine, makes a lot of record-breaking numbers. It's probably the fastest BMW out in the Supra, doing like quarter-mile times and stuff like that. So this is basically the younger brother of that car. I've seen some people with an upgraded turbo and full bolt-ons make upwards of 400, close to even 500 horsepower on a stock B48. So, and also the fact that it's in the lightest F-Series chassis in the 2 Series will make this a really fun and nimble car, just like the previous car, the 135. If you want something a little bit newer, something not as fast, but definitely newer interior, newer styling, you guys can go for one of these. So some of the pros for this car is they are very easy to find. I've seen a lot of 228s for sale, and a lot of them are under 10K. There is a lot of aftermarket support for these cars. And then some of the cons are, to make the same amount of power that you could with the stock turbo M240, you're gonna have to spend upwards of 2 to 3 grand, not including labor, just on parts to get it there. So this car might not be the best if you're chasing after power, but if you want a fuel efficient, small little daily, that you're not really gonna have more than one passenger, I would suggest this car.
All right, you guys, so here we have our last car. It is a 2016 228. It's priced at $9,500 and it has 143,000 miles on it. So once again, another higher mileage car. But on this list, I really wanted to show you guys newer cars, so that's kind of why I looked at higher mileage stuff. But the car looks surprisingly clean on the outside. It's a nice black. The black with the chrome accents always looks good to me. Like, I know a lot of people do chrome deletes and stuff like that, but I'm more of leave the chrome, put chrome wheels, you know, that kind of style. But yeah, it's a sport package. As you guys can see, it has sport seats and the sport steering wheel. It's not an M Sport, but it does have the sport package. And the car looks really, really clean. It has black headliner. It does have sun damage on the screen. That's a pretty common thing with F-Series BMWs, since they have the bigger screen, and if you don't tint the windows, the sun hits it all day, especially in hotter states like Florida. It's a pretty common issue. But yeah, if you want like a nice little daily driver that's good on gas, fuel efficient, primarily to like the women that are watching this, this is like a really good girly daily that's quick, looks nice, good on gas, and will get you from point A to point B. Alright, you guys, so those are 5 BMWs that you guys can get for under 10K in 2024. If you guys want to see any other price points or any other brands, please let me know in the comments below. But with all that being said, I'll catch you guys in the next one. I'm out.